I have to be mean to the Lakers here for a second, I apologize. They overpaid for two guys this previous offseason, one of which is Timofey Mozgov because they really wanted a center, and now they have a 19-year-old who's better than him. And they also gave a lot of money to Luol Deng to be a two-way veteran wing, and then his shooting, as well as offensive game, just fell off a cliff. And these two guys inspired me to make a video talking about some dudes who could get overpaid this offseason for a myriad of reasons, because they might be good players and their skill sets may work really well in today's NBA, or they may be restricted free agents, but the actual payout they're getting is just too damn high. And the first one is Danilo Gallinari, who could be the goofiest looking dude in the NBA, but he's also pretty damn talented offensively. He's a power forward / small forward. I would mainly put him at the 4, but he's got a lot of skills regardless, who can put the ball on the floor, play some one-on-one basketball, but he's also a really solid three-point shooter. This previous season he shot around 38% from outside, and that's been his calling card in the NBA for a while, is his shooting overall, and if he's on a mismatch, a guy smaller than him, he could post up on him, he could perhaps use some of his size to get through him. And the reason I think he's going to get overpaid is because who the hell doesn't want a power forward who can shoot the way Gallo does in today's NBA? I mean, the model example this previous season would be Ryan Anderson, and the job that he has done with the Rockets, just providing so much spacing for James Harden in that pick-and-roll attack. I could see another team seeing the effect that Anderson has and believing that Gallinari could have a similar one while being someone who's a little more versatile offensively. He can put the ball on the floor sometimes, he's better attacking the rim, like I mentioned, he can post up, and of course, everybody loves shooting and versatility in today's NBA. Everybody's looking for a small ball 4 option, and Gallinari can be that. And given that he's a decent ways into his career at this point, he's not on a rookie deal or anything, unrestricted free agent, there's a chance he could surpass $20 million with his contract. Just wait for one team to get desperate who really needs some scoring, and especially if someone has a quality point guard and they're looking for shooting around that guy. I expect Gallo to still be a good player, but probably his paycheck will be a little too high. I don't see Denver really matching anything for him, especially because they're a younger team as well. The next one would be Otto Porter, who I've talked about a numerous amount of times on this channel. I'm going to read you some of his percentages. From mid-range, he shoots 47%, which is way higher than the league average. On his three-point shot, he shoots 43%. So even if the ball is not in his hands and he's not the best at creating his own shot, he can play off ball and just chill in the corner, or you can have some action moving around him, and productive offense can be a result of it. Of course, the Wizards use him pretty damn well since they have a heavy pick-and-roll attack, and if you want to bring help defense, then he's there to kill you for leaving him open. At the basket, he shoots 69.5%. To sum all this up, Porter is just a very smart offensive player who knows how to finish from everywhere on the floor. Now, do I expect him to be on the Wizards next season? Yes, 100%. He's a restricted free agent. They're going to match any offer he gets. The thing is, he's going to get some ridiculous offers, because that's just the nature of the NBA. It's either you overpay for the guy or you lose him. And the Brooklyn Nets, the terrible Brooklyn Nets, are going to throw a ridiculous amount of money at him, because why the hell not? What other options do they have? They have a load of cap space, no other way to get better. This is your only option, is to throw a bunch of money at middle guys like this. The Wizards are going to be forced to match, and I could see Otto Porter, just like Gallinari, surpassing $20 million next season. And again, a good player, no doubt, but for that amount of money, you would expect someone who shoots more than 1.5 free throws a game and can actually create his own shot. But Otto's still a good dude. Now we're going to talk about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP of the Detroit Pistons. The moment he walked into the NBA, he was an athlete. By about his second season, he was a defensive player, and it seemed like that was going to be his calling card for a while. Just a dude who wasn't going to be a part of offense too much, but could still play like 20 to 25 minutes a game just for his athleticism and how he can be a defensive stopper. And he kind of had the potential for like maybe a more athletic Tony Allen, since Tony Allen's best days came when he was like already over 30 years old for the Memphis Grizzlies. But what KCP has going for him is his offensive development. Now, that's not to say that I would run the offense through the guy or anything, because his field goal percentage is not pretty, but he shoots pretty well at the rim at around 57%. A lot of that would come from fast breaks or just cutting to the basket. His three-point shot was around 35% this season on a Detroit team that its offense really wasn't very fluid, so if you were on a better offensive team who just had more movement and perhaps some more spacing, you could even see that go up a bit more. And his offensive game, it's at the point now where it's good enough combined with everything else he does defensively and with his athleticism. He's also fantastic in the corners. On both corners, he shoots over 40% from three. He has shown some ability of putting the ball on the floor and driving a bit. Similar story to Otto Porter. He's a restricted free agent. And the Brooklyn Nets are probably going to go after him as well and throw him like a $20+ million contract. The Pistons are going to be forced to match it, and then they're going to be way over the salary cap as a result for a guy who's probably never going to average more than like 16 points a game. And the final one is Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Atlanta Hawks. There were rumors during the season that Atlanta was considering trading him for 2 second-round picks because they feared they would not be able to match his restricted free agency as well. Similar to Gallinari, just wait for one team to get desperate. One team who's got a bit of cap space and needs some offense, and they would look at the job that Hardaway has done over the past 2.5 months, I would say, with the Atlanta Hawks, where he's been putting up 15+ points, and he's actually been pretty efficient from everywhere on the floor. He was always a guy who had that potential with teams like the Knicks, but it took a team like Atlanta, who has a better head coach and just more playmakers. Millsap's one of the best passing big guys in the NBA, and his offensive game has really taken off. He's got the potential of being a real scorer, but I could see his efficiency dipping a bit on a different team just because, I mean, it's not like he was killing it for his entire career. This was a little bit of a breakout for the Atlanta Hawks, but his offensive attack has still been pretty legit from pretty much everywhere. He's been good from three, he's been attacking the rim, and he's been creating his own shot, but he's shown an ability to play off-ball as well. I mean, he kind of reminds me of like O.J. Mayo. You know, you look at him and you're like, I don't know, his career could go one of two ways. He could break out and be a legit like 17, 18+ scorer or be a spark off the bench, or he could just fall off. And I think we're going to find out what happens with him once he gets that big payday from some team. And I also think the team that takes him on, that's going to matter. I think if he stayed with Atlanta, his career would be pretty good, but who really knows? These are just 4 free agents for you. I think Gallinari's play style fits so well in today's NBA, being a power forward who can shoot threes. Otto Porter's efficiency is through the roof, and he will still be on the Wizards next season, but someone's going to make their day difficult. The same thing can be said for KCP. 2 guys who someone's going to throw the offer at him, and their teams are just going to have to match it. And then Hardaway, I like his scoring potential, but like I just said, his career, who really knows where it's going to go? Could be good, could be not so good.